Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be looking at some CALLOUS Invitational 4 lower bracket content, and with this being round 2 lower bracket, that means unfortunately one of these players is going to be out of the tour with an 0-2 record, which is not where you want to be. It's either going to be PDC, the longtime commentator for this tour, who's making his debut as a player, or it'll be Dekzeh, who's played in all 4 of the main events, 3 of which directly to the main event this year by winning his play-in group. But one of these guys is going to be out without getting a single win in the main event. And obviously that can happen to anyone, but it's not where you want to be. These are 2 very talented players, and one of them is going to be gone. Let's find out who it is. It is a best of 3, like I said, CI4, lower bracket, round 2. So PDC is, of course, the PDC show on the bottom. Dekzeh's on the top, and we've got a Moltres lead and a Kuhn lead, respectively, becoming a Blissey against a Kuhn, who's going to stay in and calm mind up. Going to be a substitute here, showing some kind of offensive Kuhn. Seismic Toss does not break the sub, so that is obviously a 404 HP Kuhn, making 101 HP subs, just barely by the skin of his teeth, surviving those seismic tosses with 1 HP. But hey, it's all he needs. There's Calm Mind number 2. Salamon's coming in at this point. Going to get an Intimidate off. That isn't going to matter. And there is Substitute once again. So Salamon's better hope and pray there's no Ice Beam on the other side, because down that guy will go. Dekzeh's going to Rain Dance. Wow, what a terrible turn that was. He's going to Rain Dance as opposed to the way more common Ice Beam that would have just killed the Salamence on the spot there. And Salamence, with a really rare move, he does in fact learn Roar, and he went for that. So that was just a funky turn that we're not going to see again all tour long. A Kuhn using Rain Dance only to be roared out by Salamence. That is something you do not see every day or every damn year. But that is what happened, and a major crisis potentially averted for PDC. He looked like he was in some trouble there, especially if the Kuhn did have the more standard Ice Beam, but alas, it does not. He's got the Weather Reset Rain Dance, which makes me think he's got to have something. Maybe he's just supporting himself, but a lax or something in the back that does not want Sand to be there. Hey, speak of the devil, PDC goes to Tyranitar, Sand now in play, Celebi get a Leech Seed on it, goes back to Kuhn, no pursuit. You would think that it is in fact a special Tar, since it is paired with Fortress, and you want to remove Gengar to enable it to Rapid Spin as well. Blissey going to come in on Kuhn, and it's just going to be a Surf. Alrighty, so checking where we are in the first dozen turns. Most of PDC's stuff is pretty darn healthy. Dekzeh's stuff also generally healthy. No spikes down for either player, though we do know that PDC has a spiker, and in fact he gets it in here and might get his first lair down right now. Celebi has Hidden Power Fire. That's certainly going to make Fortress not stay in too much longer, but he stays in long enough to get the 1 layer of spikes down, so good start for him. Moltres comes in, of course, to try to scare off the Celebi, and it's going to meet a Leech Seed on the way in. Dekzeh almost certainly will switch out here. We'll see if PDC does as well. It'd be interesting to see him go back to Fori here, potentially. Umbreon is going to be the poke for Dekzeh, so as he's been doing all tour long, just a weird, unusual team here for Dekzeh. See if it gets the job done or not. Unclear who's winning at this point, but the Moltres still suffering from the Leech Seed, has to get out of the way. Here comes Fori into Umbreon. That's uber dangerous if you were a mean look past Trapper set. He does have Wish, and he's going to pass that instead. Intended target is Kuhn. And no objections from PDC. Doesn't try to boom or anything cute. Simply goes for layer number 2 of spikes, which happens, of course, as Kuhn comes in to receive the Wish and go back to 100%. Salamence comes in knowing it's very safe here. Whether the attack for Kuhn is Surf, which I think it is, or Hydro Pump, which is less likely, either way, Salamence does not care. Simply makes the rain and gets out of the way. Dragon Claw comes down, so we have a special or mixed Mence with Roar. And we see here that it's a mixed Mence. So Dragon Claw, Brick Break, Roar, and then he's either missing a fire attack or the grass attack, HP grass, that he often carries. But a weird set for PDC. Swampert comes in, which we probably all could have predicted was there as the last poke. Seems like really the only logical fit. But nevertheless, now he's shown his face. We know it is Swampert. Full team revealed. Dekzeh's got a hidden poke in the back. We don't know what it is. Dekzeh hurt by his own rain here, enhancing the opposing Swampert Surf. Protect scouting for Boom. It is not Boom. It is Will-O-Wisp. Dekzeh with the discipline to not pull the trigger there. Will he pull the trigger now? Here comes Moltres. And no, it is simply a Will-O-Wisp attempt again, which of course is not going to burn a fire poke, so that's going to be a do-nothing turn for Dekzeh. Flamethrower coming down, and we've got a second KO, this one also on Dekzeh's team. PDC furthering his lead 6-4. Not only is he ahead on pokes, but he's also ahead with spikes. By all objective measures, PDC in command at this time. Salamence comes in. Once again, it is the poke charged with dealing with the Coon. Dekzeh's Rain Dance has crippled him throughout the game. Hell, he can't even make the damage stick on the Salamence that he does do on the way in because he removes the sand. So Salamence gets lefties. This looks like a very one-sided affair. I don't know if Dekzeh's team just isn't good enough. That very well may be the case, or if this is just a bad matchup. I'm not clear enough on what Dekzeh's team is intended to do. But this has been a very one-sided affair. Started out even-ish, but PDC has pulled very, very clearly ahead. We see the last poke here for Dekzeh is Breloom. Cool poke, dangerous poke, but I don't know that it's going to be enough in this instance. I guess there's a theoretical world where he subs up and just starts going bananas, but between the Moltres and the Salamence on the other side, I would think that even though the Breloom can do some damage here, PDC's probably pretty safe, especially with it being a Roar Salamence and no sand being in play at this time, courtesy of Dekzeh. Outsped and Fire Blasted. Down goes Breloom. This game is an absolute one-sided stomp. Dekzeh going down to his only possibility at this point, which is his last poke Coon. I'm surprised he doesn't pull the trigger on the Boom there. But Dekzeh is desperately trying to go to the last poke Coon, which doesn't even have rest, and try to get it done from there, because as the last poke, he can't be roared out. Right now, he's not the last poke. Salamence can and almost certainly will simply roar him out here. Here's more rain. And there is the terrifying roar that makes the Coon flee. He is out of here. Metagross staring him down. Maybe he could survive Fire Blast because rain is going on. Here comes T-Tar. Great Meteor Mash opportunity. Instead, clicks Explosion. That will kill him. That's going to leave us with just the Coon. I don't see it being enough. Maybe if this were a Crow Coon or something along those lines. But this non-resting set of Coon cannot get this job done. There's Hidden Power. Here's Dekzeh's response. Surf. Not going to be a knockout. And Moltres, which is of course faster here, is simply going to click Hidden Power Grass again. Coon is going to go down, and this is going to be a one-sided affair favoring PDC. Dekzeh, our four-time main event participant and our play-in winner this year, is on the ropes. He is one game away from elimination. Can he rattle off two in a row to knock out the newcomer PDC, or is Dekzeh going to crash and burn? Find out in Game 2 coming up next.